The theory that ISIS is employing is trying to create conditions in Europe by inciting backlash in the European right and even in the European mainstream that will make conditions so intolerable that many Muslims will flee Europe and flee back into the arms of the Islamic State. In essence, what ISIS is trying to do is to traumatize European Muslims in order to garner new recruits. The flood of refugees who are coming into Europe now are fleeing from ISIS. They are voting with their feet to leave ISIS-controlled territory or territory which is at risk through the conflicts in the Middle East currently. These are people who should be welcomed by Europe. There is a long tradition of refugees coming into Europe and into the United States, and we have only to look back to the period in World War II to see striking parallels. Under the U.S. Constitution, matters of migration within the United States are governed by federal law. They're not matters of state laws. So the governors can say what they wish, but there's very little that they can do in terms of preventing people from entering their states. Law enforcement has to continue to do what it does best, which is to detect and disrupt plots. And that is being done, as we see, very aggressively right now in Europe. It's actually interesting to see how willing the Europeans are, after lecturing the United States on this topic, to suspend civil liberties. In the U.S., we are doing what we can to detect and disrupt any threats to the United States. But there is a role which has really been neglected till now and which we need to focus on, and that's deployment of civil society resources. It's very important to encourage religious pluralism and to work to integrate recent arrivals into the American mainstream. That can mean job training, it means education, it means reaching out to young people in their communities. This outreach is best accomplished when it's done locally and when it comes up from the grassroots.